I'm back at it again. I just want to piggyback on the last post, and I want to say that a lot of times black women settle for men that are not the men for them because they've never had a good man, and so when they do receive a man that is good or decent, they see that as the best thing since sliced bread because they have nothing else to compare it to. And the reason why I say that is I will give an example. I know somebody who they're in a relationship with somebody, and I definitely think that person's amazing. The guy is an amazing guy. He's such a sweetheart. He's such a good guy. However, the reason she always would say things like, he's the best guy I've ever dated, but when you have nothing else to compare it to, or if everything else you dated is horrible, then yes, they are technically the best, but that does not mean that that is the person for you. And I'm not saying that guy is not the person for her. I'm just saying that if she never experienced anything good, and the only person you experienced that was good, you settle for, you're settling for them. Technically, you are settling them because you don't know what it is to be treated well. And I'm going to give you an example. She said things like, he called me to see how my nails came out, or he would call me during the day and ask how my day is going, or and I'm not being funny. Like I don't mean it in a funny way because it's not funny, and I'm not being a hater. I'm just saying, like, these are basic, decent things that a human being does who cares about you and likes you, right? And so if that's what a basic human being is doing and you've never experienced that before, that is literally the bare minimum. And when you have never experienced that and you have nothing else to compare it to, you're going to take that and look at that as the best thing ever, and you're going to hold on tightly to that. And that's what a lot of black women do. Another example is, there was this influencer, I don't know her name because I don't follow anybody like that, but I came across like her. I think she said she broke up with her boyfriend, and he was a good guy. And she said that she broke up with him because he was a great guy, but she knew that he wasn't the guy for her. And everybody was like, oh, you're dumb. Like, she talked about his attributes, I guess. And a lot of people trolled her and said she's dumb. She's going to regret like giving up a good man, whatever. But here's the thing. She's probably somebody who's used to good treatment. So she knows that just because somebody treats you well doesn't mean that's the person for you, right? But because she had other things to compare it to, and because she knows herself, she would know if somebody's for her or not. But the reality is there's a lot of black women who are used to being treated poorly, that when they are treated well, they see that as the only thing and a unicorn, when in actuality, that is how you are supposed to be treated. And so I say all of that to say that you need to consider when you're dating someone really, really carefully, or if you're considering, like, you know, being in a serious relationship with someone, is this person just a good person, or is this person the person for me? Because a lot of women make the mistake of settling for people, and men too, because they say, oh, they're a good woman, or they're a good man. And here's the other thing. A lot of men don't marry like the woman they're in love with. Like, there are men who do, but a lot of men marry women who they are ready to settle down with at the time that they settle down with them, or because they're ready, they're done with being a player, or they are financially capable of sustaining a relationship marriage-wise. A lot of men do not marry the love of their lives. A lot. Jesus, please don't ever let that be me. I do not want to marry nobody who don't think I'm the love of their life. Period. And vice versa. But a lot of men don't marry for the same reasons that women do. I just don't believe it. There are some men who marry the love of their lives, but there are a lot of men who marry women because they feel that they will be a good wife, but that's not necessarily the person they were in love with. And I don't ever want to be with nobody who loves me but's not in love with me. I want you to be in love with me, girl. Boy, like, I need all of that. Like, are you kidding? That's crazy for someone to marry somebody and not be in love with them. Absolutely not. That's wild work. But anyway, the point here is this. A lot of women, they marry someone because, yes, they are in love with them, but they assume, or they think like, oh my gosh, this is the best I can get, and this is a good person, because they've never experienced that. And like this woman who knew her value. And I think it's the difference between knowing your value and when I say knowing your value, like knowing your value and being devalued. So when you do receive someone who treats you the way you're supposed to, you think that's the best that you can get because you've never, ever received that. And so this woman was very clear on who she was, and she's like, yeah, this guy's great. He has all the attributes I would like. However, he's not the man for me. Now, fast forward, everybody dragged her, and now she's getting married to the man that is for her and who she knows that God has ordained for her. And so I say all of these things to say, Stop choosing people because you think they're great and they're good and they might have all the qualities you want, and start choosing people because they are the person that is for you. And you will know because God will confirm it, number one. But number two, just because someone is good and they have good qualities, or they're kind and caring, doesn't make them the person for you. And on that note, deuces.